coming in and talking to us a bit about why it's a good time to list your property and why you should consider having your property listed with a brokerage. Joining me now, as it is with every Friday for our Financial Friday segment, we have some team members in from the Stoke Credit Union. Leah Zacker, Account Services Representative. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
And
Jamie
Hopkins.
My name's Jamie.
And Jamie.
Good morning, Mike. Hey, how's it going, Jamie Hopkins, Community Liaison.
Yeah, Community
Welcome
Liaison.
to the show, everybody.
That's it.
How are you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm all right. Sun's shining.
Nice fast
It's
haircut.
Friday.
Fast haircut. Looks good.
Yeah, it's fast.
Like
It's
that.
high and it's tight.
High and
That's
tight.
what we say, yeah.
Like
There's this old Fresh Prince of Bel-Air joke about a fade. And he's like, that's not a fade. That's your hair running away from your face. Anyway, it certainly feels that way. I got SPF 60 on the back, though, because it's...
Oh, good. Yeah.
It
yeah,
is
yeah. Watch
tight.
out.
Yeah. I like it, though. It hides the gray hairs. Yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
No.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, sorry, Mike. Sorry about
So,
hey,
you grow up in life, and
just
people
did,
tell
couple years
you
ago,
you can
yeah.
be whatever you want to be. You know, you find yourself, be an individual. But none of that matters, because really, in a financial world, your credit
yeah,
is
if
who
you don't
you
have
are.
good credit, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter if you're a nice person if you have bad credit. So how can somebody build credit?
Well, I'll start out with saying that no credit can sometimes be worse than bad credit, just because you can't really start out with a mortgage if you've got no credit.
Right.
So a good place to start would be, as we discussed, a small overdraft on your account, which lots of people would use for a safeguard, just in case their paychecks are a little bit short that month, or cost of living, price of gas goes up to $1.60. The other
Good
thing
point.
that would be a credit card, and we've got a couple different options through our new Calabria credit card program, where we can start a student out with a new card for no annual fee, and we've got the cashback card, which is no fee.
No annual fee, yeah.
And they have a new to credit program. So if you have no credit, you can get this new to credit card that gives you a limit of $500. And so you can't get into trouble with it. And the big rule of thumb with credit is know your limit and stay within it. So don't let yourself exceed it. You can get yourself in trouble. And what I tell a lot of kids now, or anybody starting out, is make sure you keep a limit that you can get out of in one paycheck. So if emergency case, you have to pay it off, you can afford it.
Yeah, it's one of those lessons in life, I think, that's important for young people to sort of have experience with, and like you said, having that sort of low limit to learn how to operate with credit and with a credit card is super important. Definitely the toughest lessons that I had to learn were when the credit card bill came due and I hadn't managed things properly. So yeah, interesting. So that's what was that, new to credit?
New to credit, yeah.
New
It's
to
a
credit.
program that most credit card companies will offer to people just entering the credit world. And it's a low limit, so you can't get in trouble
Yeah.
or too much trouble with a $500
Yeah, exactly.
limit, right?
Too much trouble, right?
And I mean, you have to be accountable for yourself, and that's the biggest thing, is you're accepting the responsibility of having the credit card and using the credit card, so you need to make sure that you're okay to make those payments and that you make those payments, because credit cards don't put up with it, and they'll send you to collections.
Yeah.
And that's the way to build the credit, right? You pay off your
Make your
credit card
payments.
every month, pay it off, and if you don't, I think the good rule of thumb is keep it down below a third or 30% of your credit limit, and that will help you build your credit history as well. But yeah, definitely make your monthly payments and keep your credit down. Build that credit.
Does the credit union offer like any, because you're big with finance, didn't talk about this, but it's coming to mind, and so I thought I'd ask, because of the financial literacy that the credit union does offer, is maybe like a discussion on how to like read the bank statements, or how to make your monthly payments factor in at all? Is that
Like a
something
credit
that you
counseling.
maybe credit counseling, especially like if we are providing students the opportunity to build their credit. I mean, is that something that goes along with this here at the credit union, or something?
Well, we're always excited to help educate our members, and
Right.
we're always there to answer questions and sit down face to face. We have a financial planner that can set you on a good program. The lenders will never lend you more than you qualify for, so they're not going to let you get in trouble.
But But there is some personal responsibility there, obviously,
Absolutely.
right? Where you're taking this on, you're accountable, or you should be accountable.
So even if you have a credit card and you've maxed it out, and as long as you're making your minimum payments, the credit card companies will be happy with that.
Right.
Minimum payments, though, if you keep up your minimum payments, it can take you a really long time and you'll pay excessive amounts of interest.
Yes,
So
yes.
we don't recommend that usually. So that goes with the saying, stay within your limit. Don't use your credit card if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Save up and pay cash for a big item.
Like, and just to clarify then too, for students with this maybe like new to credit, how young are we talking here? Is this like 13-year-olds coming in and getting a credit card?
No,
and
you have to be
co-signing?
19.
Okay,
You have to be
19.
of contractual age to.
Okay. And do you need
have
a
a credit card.
co-signer in these situations for these new to credit cards? Do you know?
They don't generally ask for a cosigner, but sometimes they'll ask for a guarantor.
Right.
Like the bank can guarantee a credit card. That's not something the credit union will offer. Other FIs, I'm not sure what they do. But generally, a cosigner is not really, unless it's a co-account where there's two cards, two people. It's not. Cosigners aren't usually meant for credit cards.
No,
Okay.
But that is another way to build your credit score, is to be the secondary card holder on, say, your parents' account. If you're an older teenager who has that necessity to have a credit card, that's a great way to build credit and to be have a secondary card from your parents' account or a guardian's account.
Yeah.
Another way to build credit and keep those scores up for when you do need to buy that car or buy that house. Keep
Yeah,
that
and
credit
another
score
good
high.
start would be, I know we just passed RSP season, but the credit union will offer an RSP loan. So they'll lend you the money to purchase your RSP and you just pay it back. So
Right.
that's another good way of having installments and you just pay it back. And
Lots of options
establish
then.
credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of options.
And then I guess it should be said too, if you're having credit or debt troubles, that if they're asking for help, just like in many situations, is probably the hardest thing to do, right? But know that there are resources out there to get you onto a better financial track. So building credit's important. There are many ways
Great way
to do it.
is the credit
Now
cards.
we're looking at some of the actual products, and you mentioned this before, but basically the credit union's teamed up with MasterCard.
Yeah, we've switched our MasterCard provider back in January. We just have a new product that has started about a month ago. It's a Platinum Business MasterCard. Great for all you business owners. You earn double points. You get all sorts of great perks from it. Leah, have we sold many of those yet?
We're just
I know
starting
there's a
the
lot
process.
of interest. A lot of the Platinum just came out. It's a good product. Lots of good things going on with it.
Yeah, we're just starting to process some applications, and so people are getting them in their pockets now, and it'll be a matter of time as they use them
Yeah.
till we see. But
So far good. We have a great uptake on our new credit card.
well, the
program
application
there.
process itself is a lot easier than it used to be. So we're happy to sit down with you, and we don't want to turn our back and ignore the business MasterCard anymore. We're happy about it, and we want to offer it to everybody.
Right on.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's important too, because if you are a credit union member and believe in the credit union model, then this extends now to the credit process, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas before maybe it was backed by more of a registered charter
profits that
bank.
come
charter
back.
banks,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So now it's sort of like everything's in the one pool
Yep.
of the credit union
Comes
model.
back to the credit union system. Yeah.
Yeah, what's happening with the credit union coming
What's
up?
going on? We've got the fun run is. Oh,
You've been
geez.
training for that. I've been,
Dude, no, I haven't done that. Maybe for the 2K. I might be
Yeah.
able to beat those 5-year-olds. But that's coming up on May the 6th, Sunday morning. The races start at 9:30. There's a 2K, which is just a couple laps around Queen Elizabeth Park for the little folk. And then there's a 5K road race around the Greenbelt Trail, basically. And then a 10K that loops up into Arrow Heights a bit. Great cash prizes. We've got... in the 10K, $100 winners. $100 go to the winners in 6 different categories. So some good prizes going out. And the 5K, there's $50 prizes going to, I think it's 4 different categories. I know there's 16 categories all overall. But great cash prizes. We'll do a costume contest. And we'll have face painting, glitter tattoos, a think
You're
we've
gonna
got.
get one of those, aren't
We've,
you?
I already have one. We're gonna do some family line dancing. We've got that on the line coming up too. A little bit of family line dancing. If you just want to come down for the fun, come and do the extracurricular things going on. There'll be popcorn, line dancing, face painting, some games. Good times. But in the races, get in there for a road race. Mike, you gonna race 5K? Come on,
Not a
soccer guy.
chance. Oh my goodness.
Dude, $50 if you win.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, no. What else do we have going on? We're working on I think we're going to call it Women, Wealth, and Wellness for mid-June, early June. It'll be an evening session for the ladies to get out and talk about their financial and mental well-being and having a good time and keeping their finances in order.
Yeah.
We'll do some insurance talk, some investing talk, and just some personal wellness discussion. Be a good time. I won't be going.
No, I hope not.
I'm not a woman. Sorry, guys.
All right, well,
coffee
Jamie
went straight to.
Hobgood, Community Liaison for the Rosehill Credit Union, thank you, and Leah Zacker, Account Services Representative as well. If people want, they can just pop right in and say hello,
Yeah,
right?
come on in.
Yeah.
Popcorn, 3:00.
Oh yeah, popcorn.
Yeah.
day.
Yes, popcorn day.
times.
Get this. I was going to play, there's a Neil Young song, Tell Me Why, and we don't have it. I thought we did.
Do you want me
And
to
he
sing
says,
it?
old enough to repay, but young enough to sell.
Yeah.
And it seemed very appropriate for the credit discussion. But we're going to play After the Gold Rush instead. You're listening to the Stoke FM Morning Show. We'll be right back.